Hey people, Aman Vaisa here. This is day 6 of Python programming tutorials, and today we're gonna do things a little bit differently. So as of those who know, yesterday I gave up a task for you people. It was known as FIZZBUZZ, and the task was really simple. You just have to print numbers 1 to 100, and whenever a 3 or a multiple of 3 appears, you are supposed to print fizz, and whenever 5 or a multiple of 5 appears, you are supposed to print buzz, and whenever a multiple of them combined, as in 3 and 5 both, that is 15, appears, you are supposed to say FIZZBUZZ. So let's just try to code this along. There are multiple solutions to this, and it doesn't help. Doesn't help to just know one of them. You should know all of them, I think. So let's just see and go what happens. Let's just do for fizz right now. I'm supposed to say is. Okay, let's try that. Does it work? 1 2 3 1 2 fizz, 4 5 fizz, 7 8 fizz. Yes, it does. Now let's go for let's try that. Does that work? I think so. 1 2 fizz 3 4. So the 3 here is getting printed again. I wonder why is that happening. Okay, this seems better. Oh, but at 15 there's only fizz, which doesn't make sense. It should have fizz and buzz too. So I mean, we could just add up something here. Only trigger when it's equal to this and not equal to this. I mean, yeah, you could just do this, but it just seems very tedious, you know. So what happens with 15? 15 just prints itself out. Okay, I mean, that seems fair. What else I could do? I could just there should be a separate condition when both of them are supposed to be printed out. Once again, there's no wrong way to do this. I mean, sure, but there are no wrong ways. See, our program works. It's FIZZBUZZ. We could have done things a little bit efficiently, I could say. So just remove this. So we should have started with this condition and then went along saying for 3 it was fizz. Yes. And yeah, this is the solution that I got from most of the people, and it's not wrong. It works perfectly fine, but it falls apart. I'll tell you when it falls apart. So yeah, it works. 15 is fine. Yes, okay, fine. So this is a good solution, but it broke down when I asked people to make up this simple task for fizz, buzz and tuzz. So basically in fizz buzz it was 3 and 5, right? And 15. You also were supposed to change 15. But in fizz, buzz, tuzz it's 3, 5, 7. That means by extension you'll have to change 15 to 21 and 35 and finally 105. And that seems like a lot of work, and that seems like a lot of if and else elif statements, but still a lot of you tried that and you gave me the answer. But you guys are missing on the point. What if it's fizz, buzz, tuzz, cuz? And I would just add up 11 over here, and I'm not even gonna list the possibilities because they are quite a lot. So I have a solution for this. You guys were asking, how am I supposed to solve this then? I mean, you can add if statements and it would be a mess. You would have to add like 27 if statements. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but let's see my solution. So I'll just say output is blank. Now if I modulo 3 equals 0, that means if I is divisible by 3, then I'll just do this. Output equals output Now for those of you remember yesterday's lecture, I taught how to add strings, so that's quite helpful today. Output equals output plus buzz. Now let's think about this for a moment, what will happen. So it starts with 1, then nothing gets triggered, then it starts with 2, nothing gets triggered, it starts with 3. Now 3 is divisible by 3, so output will be called fizz. Now it goes to 4, nothing happens, goes to 5. 5 is divisible by 5, well obviously. So output, see, output is resetting every single time, it goes blank every single time the loop runs. So right now the value of output would be output equals output plus buzz. I think that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense. Now if the output is empty, that's the empty string thing, then we'll just say output equals string of the number. I'm converting it into strings to make just things a lot easier for ourselves, and this should work. 1 to fizz for 15 FIZZBUZZ. Let's just take 30. Yeah, it works. See, this is the FIZZBUZZ program. Now why is it better than the other solutions? Well, let me explain. See, when you write FIZZBUZZ, that's okay, FIZZBUZZ is fine. Now try using does. Yeah, those are ridiculous names, I know that. I'll just copy this. When I have to add up a new thing, I can just do this. I don't have to change anything in the code. I'll just have to copy and paste a new line and just does. That's it, this is done. So it's 1 2 3 fizz, 3 for 3 it's fizz, 4 5 it's buzz, then 6 is fizz, 7 is does, and let's just see, increase the range to see how much it can go. There should be a FIZZBUZZ does. That would happen at 15 times 7 or 35, 105 I believe. Let's go to 105. We should see a FIZZBUZZ does, and we do. Now you guys did this. FIZZBUZZ does was easy, right? We could now go for cuz, why not? So just click over enter and print, and here's 11, and I'll just write this, bam, done. It's easy. There should be a FIZZBUZZ does cuz somewhere. I'm not gonna let's just calculate that. It should be 11 times 5, 55 times 21. How much is 55 times 21? I have no idea. Let's just see. 55 times 21. Oh sure, apparently you can just do that. 55 times 21, that should be 1155. Let's for the sake of simplicity, let's just do that. We'll go to 16. My bad. So yeah, here is our FIZZBUZZ does cuz at 1155 where it's supposed to be. So I mean, this is a ridiculous program. It accomplishes nothing, but there's a story behind this. So these are the type of questions that get asked into an interview. Now obviously you can solve for FIZZBUZZ quite easily, but that's not what the interviewer is looking for. The interviewer wants to see your problem solving skills and what type of a programmer are you. Right now you guys are learning, so the type of programmer you will be is the one who just takes on different things and puts it together and see if it works. And the other type of programmer, the more experienced ones, are those who think about how they will have to change the code into the future. How will they make changes into the code if, let's say, a new version comes up. A good example would be you get software updates, right? As you buy a new phone, your phone gets a software update every single time. Even your old phone gets a software update. Even games, PUBG, then there's WhatsApp, they all get software updates. So code is changing. It's like you have to always change the code, and during this code changing things, it's usually called a git. We'll get into that later. But my point is, the code is supposed to be efficient enough that when the time comes to change it, you can easily change it. Okay, And a lot of you also notice that the numbers I'm using is 3, 5, 7, 11. Next would be 13. These are prime numbers, and yeah, if you actually let this program go on for a while, you could figure out the primes and you could separate them from the consonants. So I'll leave that up to you. And yes, there is a better solution than this too, obviously, because here you are repeating. These are just repeated lines and they technically can still be coded more efficiently, but for that purposes I'll leave that up to you guys. And yeah, this is it. Have fun, and I hope this solution was at least satisfying for you people.